Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Megan, the mother of tarot, and I want to do this video a little bit differently. So these are, what are your past traumas? What are some of these energies that you've had since you were a kid that are holding you down? That's what I want to get into. So if you clicked on this video, you are a brave soul, because not everybody likes to dig up their past. Not everybody likes to face their fears or their traumas, because we all have traumas. We all do. And this is what I want to talk about. I want to bring light to these traumas, these energies, these past experiences, and let's see how to heal them. Let's see how to move forward and transmute some of this energy. So there's 3 piles to pick from. Take your time, meditate. Once you pick your group, go to the description box, and I'll meet you at your reading. Hi group number 1, welcome to your reading. Okay, so I already pulled some cards for you. We have the Star and this Perfect Acceptance card. So I can tell for you, group number 1, that as a child you had a really vivid imagination. You were a daydreamer. You were also a little bit different from the people around you, like your friends or family members, siblings. You just kind of stood out. You were more of an empathetic, sensitive soul, but always a really positive spirit. Really positive spirit. And with the 6 of Wands in reverse, I can tell for this group that you're very unique. You have a lot of spiritual gifts, but you've doubted yourself a lot throughout your life. You've doubted yourself and your abilities. You kind of looked at yourself as a kid as, why am I so different from other people? I just want to be normal. I just want this. Because you felt too, like you just didn't understand people. You had a hard time relating to people. You were good at helping people, but not relating always to people. And I feel like as a kid, with this Ace of Wands, that you didn't have a lot of artistic gifts, or that you didn't really embrace them. Like you had them, but you didn't really embrace them or think you were any good at anything artistic or something like that is what I'm hearing. Okay, then we have the 6 of Cups and the King of Wands. These came up in reverse. So for some of you, there's something that happened with your father when you were younger. Or it was the type of relationship you had with your father that is affecting you now. There was some sort of like traumatic behavior or experience or something your father projected on you when you were little, when you were younger. I feel as though for you, group number 1, your father had some pain, some unhealed trauma from his past. And I feel as though he didn't know how to heal it, and he still, for most of you, I feel like he still doesn't know how. I feel like he still projects his pain on other people. And it really affected the communication with you and your dad. Or your guardian for some of you. Or it could be, for some of you I'm hearing stepfather. But for some of you I'm hearing that, and this is only specific for some of you, but some of you were abused as well. I'm just feeling that strongly with this Knight of Swords. Or you just don't like being in his energy. Or something like that. But I feel like there was a lot of, we have the Tower. So there was a lot of intense, darker energy surrounding your relationship with your father. And with this 2 of Pentacles, I think you've always been juggling all of these mixed emotions and energies throughout your life, and you don't really always correlate it with him. And I'm feeling a strong masculine energy. For some of you, it could be a mom that had a stronger masculine energy, so take what resonates. But this person, the way they talked to you made you feel kind of insecure and unsure about things. And then we have the Invisible card. So a lot of you didn't get a lot of attention from your father or guardian. You didn't feel like they really noticed you or really understood you. And I really feel like it's affected some of your relationships now. And what's really beautiful is I have the Burst of Magic next to the Listening card and the Sacred Reverence. So there's a lot of information coming into you, group number 1, Your guides and angels are working with you to shift your perspective, to open your mind, to help you dig into these past energies, to heal them, so that you can move forward without them. You can let go of them. Because this relationship, these past energies are all part of the life you really wanted to experience here on the planet. Okay, and then I just pulled the consciousness of lack with the Lovers in reverse. So yeah, so for a lot of you, your relationship that you had with your father, the energies that were exchanged are really having a profound effect on your relationships with other people, with romantic partnerships. For some of you, just take what resonates with this, but for some of you, you only believe that men can love you so much and that they'll have a hard time understanding you, or something like that, and you're being encouraged to let go of these beliefs that you have around men and relationships, something that's holding you back. And then we have this back and forth with the Hierophant in reverse. So I feel like a lot of you in group number 1 are healing yourself, and you're using like these spiritual modalities, and you're getting into tarot and other things and authors and different spiritual leaders on YouTube, but you're doubting it. You're kind of doubting your spiritual path, because I don't feel as though for a lot of you, you grew up in this kind of environment. This is something that's still kind of new to you, or you just doubt the energies around you. You doubt your ability to heal yourself. You were kind of raised in an environment where everything's just, there's no control over life. Whatever happens, happens, and it's the way it is. And you still have some of that like programming in your mind still. And this is totally normal. This happens a lot. And I just want you to know that that you're working through this. And I do see you coming out of this very positively. Like I feel like for a lot of you, you've already started removing these blockages. But now there's like, your guides are working closely with you to like get you past this other wave, like past this other wall. Like I just see old beliefs crumbling down. Because I think when you were little, you had this fear of the world. You had this fear of the world. You thought everything was unpredictable, everything was left to fate, and you didn't know what was going to happen. And now you're starting to learn to take your power back. You're starting to get away from this fear mentality. You're starting to look at the world in a more positive way. Maybe you were raised to where people looked at the world in a negative way. Maybe your parents watched a lot of news, or they were just always really negative about the people around them or the situations, or life just wasn't fair or something like that. But you're healing that. We have the Star card next to the victim mentality. You're healing all of these energies that have been passed down from generations and generations. You're the one that's been chosen to heal this. You chose this path, right? You could look at it like you've been chosen, but you chose to come here and to heal this, to transmute this energy. And you're starting to get in touch with that inner child, that creative force you had when you were young with your imagination. I'm also hearing for some of you, you grew up in a home that wasn't super consistent. Like your parents switched jobs a lot, or just maybe somebody was like bipolar, or their emotions changed. Maybe they got really angry or something like that. But you're starting to see the world in this brighter, safer energy, and you're coming into more peace, group number 1. You're healing this. You already started healing this. It's time to dig a little bit deeper, though. It's time to journal about this. It's time to meditate on it and ask, what are these blockages in my heart? How do I heal my past relationships? How do I let go of any energy that's left that's holding me back from creating the life that I want, that's holding me back from looking at this planet as a peaceful, happy, abundant place? Because when we have these fears, when we have these anxieties, when we're in this victim mentality, it all stems from how we were raised, right? From when we were about born until about 7 or 8, we form these beliefs, and they form our future. But you are completely releasing yourself from this. You are in complete control, You have the power to shift your reality. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some faith. But you can do this. You're already doing this. So set your intentions, group number 1, for more healing and more awareness, for more light, for more signs and synchronicities to guide you on this path, okay? Because I see a lot more information coming in for you. I see a lot more clarity and just a ton of healing, So be patient with yourself. Show a lot of love and compassion to yourself during this time. I really hope this helped you guys. Comment down below so I can give you words of encouragement, and I'll see you all next time. Hi, group number 2. So these are your messages for past traumas. One of the first cards that popped up was the Sun in reverse. So I feel like if you pick this group, for some of you, you could be experiencing some sadness or some waves of depression. I feel as though for some of you, you're not happy with your job. You don't feel like it's completely filling your soul, or you don't know exactly what direction to go in. You're not sure if you're on the right path. Because these both came up in reverse, which I'll put them upright so you can see it. But the Chariot came up in reverse, along with the 8 of Pentacles. So I feel like a lot of uncertainty. And I feel as though for some of you that you were raised in a house that your parents or your guardians or the people around you didn't exactly love their jobs. Or it wasn't something they were super passionate about. Maybe they complained about it or something like that. That's specific for some of you. But one of the first messages I'm getting with the 6 of Swords is that you're moving into a new energy. You're moving away from this confusion. You have a lot of guides around you, because this 6 of Swords energy always reminds me, like these birds remind me of guides and angels, right? And then we have the Commune with Source card. So you're very closely connected to your guides. They are guiding you. Even if you feel a little lost, I feel like you're breaking away from this belief that you need to just find a job just to make good money. You need to find a job that has security with this 10 of Pentacles, right? I need to be, a doctor or a real estate agent, or I need to be really successful and make a lot of money if I want to be happy. And I feel like you're just like breaking away from this. And I'm not saying making a lot of money is bad, but I feel as though you're just breaking away from these beliefs you formed when you were young. And I love these next cards that we have, because it says, be still and listen to the spirits, and ears wide open. There's a lot of messages coming through for you. There's a lot of guidance. You have a stronger connection than you realize. But I feel like you were raised in a home with this Transform the Way You See. To see the world is a very cut and dry, kind of simple, this is what you have to do. You have to make money, you have to have a kid, you have to have babies. Like you need all these things to be happy. And you were very influenced by marketing, ads, commercials, and like your parents were too. I feel like they were very caught up in the fears and the conditioning of society. And I think there's there's definitely some trauma there, because when we're conditioned completely by society and we just let the news rule our lives, there's a lot of fear in that, right? A lot of fear. And you're breaking away from that, group number 2. Because I feel like at a young age, you had this high connection with spirits. You had this realization that something wasn't right. With whether it was the way your family was, the way your parents acted. It just seemed like there was more to life, like something better was out there. And you couldn't figure out why your parents were or your guardians were almost settling or something like that. They were just settling. You're like, why won't they just find something they really like to do? Or why are they always complaining or something like that? I feel like you just have this gift of knowing there's so much more, but over time, being in that environment, it kind of just put a damper on your soul. A damper on your creative energy and on your magic abilities and your psychic abilities. Because you are quieting the mind. And when I see cards like this where it's like, quiet the mind, be still, listen to the spirits, right? Ears wide open. I don't always get the most messages for this group, because this is the kind of group that your higher self and your guides are coming through, because they want you to connect with yourself. They want you to get the messages within. because they have a lot for you. They have a lot. And I'm going to try to get more from whatever other cards come out, but it's really important for you to be still, for you to meditate. Pay attention to what you're hearing too, not just, sitting in the silence and trying to hear from spirits, but also you could hear a song on the radio, right? You could hear someone say something and it could be in sync with something you needed to hear. So just pay attention to the sounds around you. For some of you, you might be experiencing ringing in your ears, so pay attention to if that happens, as well as you might be seeing a lot of threes. I'm seeing a lot of threes on the board, so 333, repetitive numbers, that's also a sign. Okay, and then we have the Magician and the Call of the Muse. So for some of you as a child, you might have liked to dance or to write or sing or something like that, but I see that being something you're really good at and something you should focus on more now. Maybe you weren't encouraged to do a lot of that as a child, but that's going to be really healing for your past traumas. It's going to open your mind to see the world differently, and I feel like when you start sharing more of your creative gifts openly and vulnerably on social media, you're going to get a really good response from people. People are really going to be supportive and surprise you. Because some of you feel like you're not good enough to share these things, or it doesn't make any sense, or it's a waste of time. But it's definitely not. Also, something's coming through with your mother. I feel as though your mother was very giving, very warming, but almost too giving of her time. Helped more people than she helped herself. She kind of always gave from an empty cup is what I'm hearing. And I feel like you could do that too, group number 2. It's time to get a little selfish. Yeah? You've gone through a lot of transformation already. I can tell that with the Fool and the Death card coming through. You've gone through a lot of transformation. You still are, but you have a lot more courage. You have a lot more courage than you did. You have a lot more bravery, and there's going to be new opportunities coming through for you to transmute some more of this energy, to step more into your power, because you have a strong gift and you have a strong connection to spirit, to source, and to your guides. So I feel almost for this group that you've gone through a lot of transformation, but you're going to keep going through more. And for you, I feel like it's pieces to the puzzle. It's steps, right? You're taking a new step every day. You're realizing a new thing. You're going to have a lot of more light bulb moments. And I feel like you've been on this path already for a while. But I feel like you just have so much unlimited potential within you. Okay, yeah, group number 2. We have stuck energy coming through with the 6 of Swords. I feel like the stuck energy, it's just from these limited beliefs that you've had. The Swords energy, that's what it talks about, these limited beliefs you have about yourself, your gifts, your power. You weren't raised in a super spiritual household for most of you. And you're still learning a lot. You're still learning a lot about yourself, about how your past affected you. I also feel like you could have some trust issues as well with the commitment and deception coming up. You have some trust issues in people. You feel very protective of your energy because you know that you absorb too much sometimes. You're very protective of your energy. You're protective of your heart. But know that these people that have come in that have deceived you in the past, that have hurt you, they taught you so much. They've taught you so much, and you're going to start seeing that more. The people that deceive us, the people that hurt us, the people that make us angry, that trigger us, those people teach us the most. They are our best teachers. And you're really going to start to see that soon. There's a veil being lifted in that direction, and that department, and that area of your life. And your future is just really bright, because look, we have the Queen of Swords coming through. You're going to be standing in your power. You're coming into this unshakable energy. And you're cutting out these negative thoughts, these depressive thoughts, and all of these lower vibrational energies that have been keeping you feeling stuck, or feeling like you're not moving forward fast enough, or that you have to be, you should be at a certain place by now, right? You're cutting all of that away. You're coming into this more accepting energy. Yeah, and then we have the honest card. So your energy now, you're attracting more honest people. I feel like you were lied to as a kid in group number 2. You were lied to about something. Or you felt like deceived, or you felt like your parents didn't know what they were doing, or something like that. I'm just feeling strongly. But be patient with yourself. There's a lot of healing happening. A lot of letting go with this temperance. A lot of letting go, a lot of transformation with all these butterflies coming through. You're getting prepared for something big, group number 2. I can tell with all of the energy. There's a lot of spiritual, really intense spiritual cards coming through, and then also this obedience. I feel as though you've done a lot of work on yourself. So start, if there's something from the past and some traumas that have brought to light through this reading of what I've been talking about, get to writing in it in your journal. Start meditating on it more. Start looking at how your parents viewed the world, how they treated each other, how they treated you and your siblings. Start looking at that and see any of those emotions or those habits that they had, how maybe you could be having them now, or how you're attracting similar people into your life. Because once you have that awareness of how all those energies are connected, that's when the real breakthroughs start. That's when the real healing happens. And that's when we start to see the world in a different light. Not in a more scary light. We see it in a more of a mirroring light, right? Like everybody in our life is a mirror of our beliefs, our habits, our intentions, our love. And when we recognize that, when we recognize our past, how we learned how to love people, what we learned what love was, and then we see how the people around us have those same energies, habits, and everything is so similar, we can start to embrace new ideas, new concepts, and completely shift our perception. I hope that made sense. Then we have the High Priestess of Earth. A lot of you are Earth Angels. You're Earth Angels. You're sent to this planet for a reason. You have been through a lot in your life, I feel like. For some of you, it's like health problems, insecurity, depression. Some of you may have hurt yourself or something, and I'm sorry if I'm triggering anything for you. Like I said, just take what resonates. But I feel like you're going to be helping so many people take their power back, step into their own power, and you're doing it from such a pure, beautiful place because you have a lot of love to share. Group number 2, you have a lot of love, you have a lot of hope to give people, and keep going is what I'm hearing for you. Keep going, keep doing this work you're doing. It's such a good place. Reward yourself for all the work that you've done, and you're amazing. Yeah. I keep wanting to say you're a badass, so I'm sorry if that bothers you for some of you, but you're a badass. I love you guys. Comment down below if this helped you out, and follow me on Instagram for more free content. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. We're going to talk about past traumas. Okay, so a lot of energy coming in. We have the King of Swords. We have the Moon. These 2 cards came up in reverse. For a lot of you, I feel like you have had abusive relationships. For some of you, you might have had abusive homes, but not everybody. I feel like there was either some emotional abuse or physical abuse. We have the It's All in Your Head card. So I feel like people in your life have treated you like you are either crazy or you overthink or you're too sensitive or you're too this or you're too that. And people have just made you feel really small. Small and insecure. For some of you, you've been shamed. And I'm sorry if this is pulling up triggers because I see a lot of positive messages coming through, so bear with me, group number 3. But I feel as though, and if this isn't resonating, feel free to pick another pile because this is a very specific message. But I feel like you have gone through a lot. You've gone through a lot. You've had a hard time with significant others, even some friendships being abusive or taking advantage of you, or people lying to you. And I feel like it's coming through strongly for you to heal this. Yeah, and I feel like you are really compassionate people. You really want to help people, but sometimes you help them too much. Sometimes you tend to enable people, and almost just try to do everything for them. You like to take people's pain away from them. But I can tell that you're stepping into your power. I can tell that you're transmuting a lot of this energy with this High Priestess card coming in. This is a very intuitive card, someone that's very in touch with their higher self, their emotions, very sensitive to the energies around them, but also coming into this place of power, this place of peace, this place of like unshakable happiness is what I see for you. But let's see what else we have. Okay. I like this card. It says a deep breath. So if you're watching and you're resonating, take a deep breath right now because there's good things coming. There's good things happening. I see this Daughter of Cups energy as like your energy of just being a dreamer and a lover and wanting the best life and almost wanting to do too much for people because you think if everyone around you is happy, then you'll be happy. If I can make everyone happy, I'll be happy then. But we need to start redirecting your energy, right? And I think some of you already know that. I feel like some of you have already been working on this. But this is just a reminder. We also have the Father of Swords coming through. So we have the Father of Swords and the King of Swords. So there's a lot of masculine energy coming through. I feel like for some of you, you dealt with a very like logical man. This could be your father. This could be ex-relationships. Take what resonates. But you dealt with someone that was very smart, very logical, but almost too smart and too logical. Not as compassionate as what you needed. You didn't always get the support you needed from the people around you. And you've always felt kind of lost through life, like it was hard for you to make a decision with this Seven of Cups coming up from reverse. Hard for you to make a decision. Hard for you to trust in people. Hard for you to make decisions based off of what you want and what you deserve. Because you were so focused on making other people happy and pleasing other people. And I can relate to this pile. So I love you guys. I can relate to this very strongly. Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, yeah, we have the Father of Cups coming in reverse with the Eight of Cups. A lot of similar energies in the Daughter of Pentacles. So moving away from these relationships, not just moving away from these relationships, but walking away from the emotions that we felt that were holding us back, like needing to please others, make others people happy, needing to be the peacemaker. That's like, those aren't bad traits. Those aren't bad traits, but they are when it consumes you. When it consumes you. And this takes practice, but like just start doing things more selfish, that are more selfish. Setting up more boundaries with people. Saying no. Saying no is a big one, right? If you're single and you're going on a date with a guy, don't always agree with what they say. Like, don't just be like, oh yeah, I like that too, or oh, I don't know how to be like myself. Be authentically yourself. Be authentically yourself, because once you start to be more authentically who you are in a place from love, you'll start to attract better people, cleaner energies, with people with pure intentions as well. But I see you, group number 3, starting on a new path with this Daughter of Pentacles. I see you exploring a new path. I see you really being happy in your own energy. And I feel for a lot of you, you've done a lot of healing already. You have. There's just something with your father and men that needs to be healed. And I suggest meditating on that within your heart space, going within. Now, I love this tender embrace. I feel as though through all this healing, all of this being like selfish and independent in your own energy is going to bring some like loving connections to your life. Because this is hard work, group number 3. This is hard work, especially when you've been a certain way your whole life. This is difficult. But I see the universe rewards us for bravery. And this takes a lot of courage to do this kind of work. It takes a lot of time, patience, and I see you not only loving yourself more, but having loving connections come in. And look at this card. It says great and full. You're learning to fill up your own cup. I feel like you've always just filled up other people's cups. And look at this card. Yeah, how can you feed others when your own table is empty? So it's time. It's time to be selfish, to keep setting up boundaries, to say no to people, to do the things that you want to do. Sometimes when we grow up or when we're a kid and we learn, to just help others and we like it because if we feel like it fills us up, but it gets to the point where it drains us, but we do it for so long, we kind of get to a point in our lives where we kind of have to be an extreme opposite of that, and then we'll find more balance, right, of helping people and helping ourselves. But right now, you're being pushed to be a little more extreme in your time, a little more selfish in your energy. Okay, so for a lot of you, I see a career change coming in with this Eight of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. I see career change. I see new ideas, new inspiration coming in. I see you really going after what you want in life, finding new things that get you really excited about life, and just a new way of thinking, a new way of looking at the world, and a new way of expressing yourself. And also, I see you finding like a lot of books or like speakers on YouTube that are really going to be helping shift your perspective and give you the tools that you need to redirect your energy and open up to bigger and brighter possibilities. Okay, and then we have the loss card coming in. So for some of you, you've lost somebody. You've lost maybe a friendship or a relationship, or maybe you actually lost somebody, maybe somebody died that was in your family or someone that you were close to. But I see a spirit working with you to heal that. And because of everything that you've lost, I see new people coming in. New people coming in, new energies. And not to say that like, oh great, I lost that person, but a new person's coming in. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that to help you transmute this energy, to help you heal the past, you're going to be having more supportive people that are going to help you transmute that energy, help you heal, and help you practice more acceptance and forgiveness, and help you heal your heart. And then we have great gratitude and optimism. So I see a really bright future for you, group number 3. A really bright future. We also have the great achievement. I mean, look at how positive these cards are. You're going to achieve a lot, and you already are, is what I'm hearing. You've already done a lot of work. You're a really beautiful soul. You have a high intuition. You're very smart, group number 3. You have a lot of knowledge. A lot of knowledge. And all these experiences you've been through, because I feel like you've been through a lot, are really bringing you into this life of having this great appreciation. Because people that have a really optimistic view on life and that have a lot of gratitude and are really excited and thankful for everything, most of the time, I want to say like maybe every time, those people have been through some really difficult hardships. They've been through some really hard times, and that's how they're able to see the world in such a beautiful light. So I see really positive future for you, and just be patient with yourself. There's a lot of energies you're trying to transmute. A lot of energies, and it does not happen overnight. Yeah. Oh, this is beautiful. I love this combination. The Empress and the Hanged Man. So Hanged Man is new perceptions, viewing the world in a new light, seeing with more clarity. And the Empress talks about birthing something new, birthing a new creation. So from this pain, you're going to turn it into power. You're going to create something from the pain you've been in. That's going to get part of what you create is going to help you heal this. Help you heal this trauma, help you let go of the past, help you to understand why everything happened the way that it did. I love these last cards. Yeah, we have new beginnings. I think this card is so funny with this little baby with this bright light behind him. But I do see that for you. I see like a new beginning. For some of you, you might be like trying to like have a baby. I feel like that's a positive thing coming through for you, that you will be having a baby, but that's specific for some of you. But I see this fresh start. I see you're getting like prepared. I feel like you're still going through some transformation, but you're being prepared for this fresh start. And once you start to really heal this past trauma and completely let go, you're really going to thrive. You're really going to thrive. Feel lighter. I'm also hearing breath work could help for a lot of you. So go on YouTube and look up breath work classes or free breath work, like how to do breath work. And start something with like, I feel like that's going to help you remove some of the blockages. Not just in your heart chakra, but also your throat chakra as well. And then we have hope and beauty. So you have a beautiful future, group number 3. It's time to strengthen your faith, your hope, your connection to source. And then you have summon. Summon is about summoning the spirits, right? Summoning our inner magic and our inner power, coming to a stronger connection. So using your magic that you have. You have a lot of power. And it's coming from this pain. It's coming from this pain. And then we have fulfillment. There are so many positive cards that came out of this. I see like, of all the groups that I picked, you have the brightest future because I feel like you went through the most pain. I really do. You have the brightest future. You're going to find a career you really love if you haven't already. You're going to have a really happy relationships. You're moving into this new chapter. And I feel like for some of you, it's going to be more prevalent into the new year, into 2021. But this is a timeless reading, so you can watch this at any point in time. But yes, be patient, do your breath work, go into your heart space, and know that you're being prepared for some really amazing things. So I hope this helped group number 3. Comment down below. If you want more free content, just check out my Instagram page. I'll see you guys next time.